wanted to talk briefly about Showdown, our most recent RRO. So we've been really, really pleased with the reception to Showdown. We've seen more than 2.2 million people visit that room. So that's a lot of rootin' tootin', cork shooting action. A lot of people having fun with Showdown. And something we're really excited about as well is the awesome new creative tools that were generated as part of Showdown development. So the gun handles, the projectile launcher that can be combined to create your own custom weapons, the respawn points, equipping chips, custom UI, audio player improvements, and a whole bunch more. All of this went into us creating Showdown, and it's all stuff that we're able to share with our creator community so that you can use it in your own rooms. There was also something else that we developed in parallel with Showdown, and I'm going to talk more about that in just a second. But first, I want to talk about the next RRO, because I know that's a question I'll always get. What's the next RRO, Gribbly? So let's talk about it. So I went to the team and I said, hey, the Rec Con Keynote is coming up. What am I allowed to say about the upcoming RRO? And they thought about it for a minute and they said, nothing. You're not allowed to say anything. So I begged and I pleaded and I twisted some arms, and here's what I got to. So here's what I can tell you about the next RRO. 4 survivors work together to thwart a player-controlled monster and escape its treacherous lair. All right, so that's what they were willing to tell me about the next RRO. And I said, you got to give me a little more than that. Give me a few more hints about what we're dealing with here. So a couple of key things about the next one. There'll be a strong emphasis on collaboration and cooperative mechanics. So this is going to be a really, really fun co-op game with a lot of fun new mechanics in it. It's going to feature XP, leveling up, and rewards to unlock. So there'll be a progression system for this game that you can play over time. And lastly, it's going to have a very spooky atmosphere. So that was what I could squeeze out of them. So this is what I can tell you about the next RRO. Really, really fun co-op game with some fun cooperative mechanics. A leveling system with a bunch of rewards to unlock, and it's going to be spooky. So that's something to look forward to, and of course, it's gonna generate a whole bunch of new tools and creative options for our creators to use as part of the development of this RRO. So we're really, really excited about that, and there is no, I'm not going to give you any kind of release dates or anything like that yet, but please know we are actively working on it, so that's one to look forward to. All right. Speaking of new tools for our creators, I really, really want to emphasize a wild new tool that is appearing in the Rec Room ecosystem. So this is a pretty big announcement, so let me dive into it here. I want to start by saying a huge thank you to all of our creators. I mentioned it already at the start, but Rec Room is really built by our creative community. Rec Room, as I've said many, many times, it's nothing without our players. It's nothing without our creators. So I just really want to start with a huge thank you to everyone who's been involved in Rec Room creation. We always want to make Rec Room the best place to be a creator. We want it to be the best place for you to create. And so we think about that in a few different ways. Firstly, we want to make sure that everyone can create, share, and collaborate. We think it's really important that whatever device you have, you're able to participate in creation. So whether you've got a VR headset, a phone, a console, a PC, whatever you got, you can be part of the creation experience. Secondly, we want to make sure you can be rewarded for your creation. So I mentioned the creator payout program and how that's growing year over year. We're going to keep investing in that. We want to make sure that Rec Room is the best place to get rewarded for your creations. We always want to be evolving the creative platform. We're always investing in making it possible to create new experiences inside of Rec Room. And lastly, we always want to make sure we have great support for social creation by teams of creators. Over the years, we've seen that most of the really cool stuff that's built in Rec Room is built by teams of people coming together, forming creative teams, working together, having different specializations and roles, and finally producing something amazing that they can share with the rest of us. So we always want to support social creation by teams of people. So with all of that background and with all of that said, we are very, very excited to announce a major evolution in the Rec Room creative ecosystem. Today, we're announcing Rec Room Studio, powered by Unity. So let's talk about what this is. So Rec Room Studio is something that we've built in partnership with Unity. So we've been hard at work on this for quite a long time now. So what is it? You can now use the Unity editor to create and publish directly to Rec Room. So this is a major new capability that we're bringing to Rec Room. The way it works is it complements the existing in-game tools. So something like Showdown, for example, was built with Rec Room Studio, with a creation team working partly in Rec Room Studio and working partly in-game using the Maker Pen. So you can edit Studio content with the Maker Pen and vice versa. You can edit Maker Pen content with Studio. These two things work hand in hand. So it's an amazingly powerful new tool to add to your Rec Room workflow. For the first time, we're bringing professional grade tools to your Rec Room workflow. So the Unity editor is an industry standard professional tool that you can now leverage to create Rec Room content. And not only Unity itself, but also the constellation of apps that are around it that it can import from. Apps like Blender, apps like Photoshop. The creative possibilities are hugely expanded here. It is coming soon, TM. So like I said, Rec Room Studio has been under active development. We used it to ship Showdown. We're actively developing more content with it today. It'll be used to make the next RRO, and soon you'll be able to get your hands on it to make your own experiences. Do you want to know more? I'm assuming there's going to be some questions and some interest in this. So here's the place to go. Go to recroom.com/studio. There is a very cool video there that will show you how Rec Room Studio works, how it interacts with the Maker Pen, how we use it to make Showdown, and some of the really cool things that you're able to do with it. So go to recroom.com/studio, check out the cool video, sign up for the waitlist to learn more, and we really can't wait to get this into your hands and see what kinds of crazy stuff everyone's going to build with this. All right, speaking of things made with Rec Room Studio, I wanted to talk about something that's coming in the Halloween timeframe. So we are really excited to announce that one of the things that we're building with Rec Room Studio is a partnership with Haunt Society, and I have a little teaser video to show you. So, Mama Monkey, do you want to show them the teaser video?
Called
All right, so coming